Hi, everybody. Welcome to Coach Playbook with Paul LaPolice, your home for elite CFL breakdown analysis. Today, the Ottawa REDBLACKS. Going to look at 12 clips of their offense, what they did great against the Calgary Stampeders last week since they're on a bye. Let's open the playbook on the REDBLACKS. The Ottawa REDBLACKS are getting great productivity from Dru Brown. And the thing that Dru's doing a good job of is making sure they get first downs. And certain teams run systems certain ways. And, I believe in one thing is always making sure you're making it difficult for a defense. When I was an offense coordinator and head coach, that was kind of my philosophy. I want to make sure we hit them with different play action packages. I want to make sure we hit them with different cadences. I want to show crazy formations. I wanted to tempo at times. I might run 3 plays, but we run them at all different personnel looks and actions. So I always want them to go, we have so much to worry about with this group. But to do that, you need first downs. And if you don't get first downs, you're like every other team sitting in second and long trying to drop back and throw the ball. So if you get first downs, all that other stuff in the package shows up. And very similar, I think, to my experience as a coordinator when I watched Tommy Condell, he is somebody who, when he gets a lot of first downs, a lot of different things are going to show up. Defensively, that's going to tax you. So as a head coach, in Ottawa, we said, hey, when we face Tommy, do our best on 1st and 10 to make sure we can win second down, put him in second and long. Don't give him first downs on first down because then reverses are going to come, play action screens, empty protections, all different things. And what Dru Brown is giving him right now is a lot of first down productivity, a lot of conversions on second down. So all of a sudden, you're starting to see different things because they can be so much more multiple with more first downs. And Pimpleton's been really good. Ackland's been good. The running back is the Rock's pretty good football. So let's take a look at about 12 plays of their game versus Calgary. First one of the day. This route, everybody's running the Canadian Football League. They bench it to the sideline. What's a bench mean? You break your route off. Let's go through and break down what this is. You're going to have a receiver who starts to kind of run a corner route, and then he's going to work to the sideline. Usually it's at 15 yards. You're going to have a player go up to 5 and then break in. That's the pattern combination. What the read is what does this corner do? If this corner runs in with him, you have this throw. And I'll show you why you have this throw in a second. But that's what the read is. It's a corner read. What's the corner do? If he sinks and that player goes up, you would hit the underneath route. But once the quarterback sees him drive that, he knows this wide open area is available to him. Now, let's talk about Kobe Williams. All right, he's outside leverage man coverage, and that's right to play because he has help there and he has help there. So in man coverage, when you have help inside, you usually play outside leverage because he wants to take away these outside breaking corner routes. This route is perfect for that because with his shoulders and hips in that direction, when you break across his body, he can never recover in time. And you can see him slip right there. So you're trying to tell him, hey, I'm going to maybe run a corner out, stay up in that area, or I might run the dig, and then you cross his hips, an easy read for the quarterback. Really not sure what's happening here besides the quarterback's just taking the throw on the outside. So let's understand this. Like they're pulling 2 offensive linemen this direction. You have a slot coming this way. So I'm not sure if it's a run to the slot that he decided to throw the kill. What's a kill? When you see people blitzing on a run play, you usually have routes built in to kill the blitz. What does that basically means? Make the blitz not hurt you. Those are called kills in the run game. So what I like about this is Pimpleton. I like the depth here. So this gives you, Trey Roberson's that far off, gives you a good opportunity to get the ball in space to a punt returner, and it turns into 10 yards. So good scheme, having an opportunity to get in 4 receivers into the boundary, one to the field, put your athlete in space for this one-on-one opportunity. Great blitz recognition by Dru Brown, getting the ball out. Great blitz pickup. Khalil Pimpleton, this ball's a little high or else this is a touchdown. So let's take a look at the end zone, understand what's happening, how quickly Dru has to make this decision. So why does he have to make a decision to get the ball out of his hands? Because here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, here's 4, here's 5, here's 6, here's the 7th rusher. So the line in the back can handle 6. And then Dru just has to take the 7th. So this is what they did from a line perspective. They slid 3 people to take those 3. He slid down to take that one. He slid down to take that one. So they've gapped all that right there. Now the tailback has to come across and take the 6th threat or the first threat of these 2. And then Dru has to throw off of this one. So you can see it right there. But watch Dru's feet here. His left foot just picks his left foot up, gets his right foot in position to throw. His back foot to his target. Nice throw. I love this next one. The best thing about this is Dru's ability to climb the pocket. Have settled feet in the pocket and wait for this throw to happen. Khalil Pimpleton again on a deep crossing route. So this play's going to take some time and kind of show you what the read is on this. You're going to run a post in the middle of the field, and you're going to have a post here. So it's a double post concept. And if the safety disappears, let's say the safety bites down on any routes here, you'd throw the post. But if everybody lifts, you would have a route underneath the post. And what route is that? Khalil Pimpleton coming across to this area of the field. So if everybody runs deep with the 2 posts, you would have somebody underneath it. Now the beauty of this is the climbing by the quarterback, because there's a lot of misdirection going on here on this play action. He waits for it to develop, climbs, throws an accurate throw into the zone. So the voided area of the zone. Let's watch it from the back end. Little fake to the tailback, little fake Justin Hardy. Good job by the O-line. Creating a path, he climbs, buys the time to throw it. Great execution. This situational football here by Tommy Condell, offensive coordinator. 20 yards for a comeback when you're backed up. So what are we talking about here? You got to be concerned. You need to get a first down when you have your quarterback standing in the end zone. You don't want to give up a safety. You don't want to be punting, put them in field goal range. So how do you get out of it? You run a 20-yard comeback on the outside. So he goes with a waggle to get him to back up and comes right back down his stem. Why are you doing that? Nice, safe throw to the outside. You can see Dru's trying to figure it out. Basically, which side am I going to go? Because there was one over here too. And they had these guys working into spots over here. But really, I think if there's any softness by DeMario Houston backing up, I'm taking this boundary comeback. That's the easiest throw. Watch what happens. Takes a 5-step drop. Pimpleton backs him up. That's great execution. That's what you do. When you're backed up, have a throw you trust, safe throw, flip the field. Now you've just gained 20 yards of field position for your defense. Excellent, excellent throw when backed up situationally. Dru Brown sees pictures, man. This is a great throw. I love this. He rips it right over the linebacker into a middle open look. What do I mean by middle open? Safety this way, safety that way, middle of field open. He rips this right over the top of Mike Awe. That's a great throw. Let's watch it from the end zone. So as the free safety starts to come down in pressure, good pickup by the back. But that's a beauty. Mike almost gets a hand on it. But that's great anticipation by Dru to throw this ball. Dominic Rhymes, nice catch. Really good. Really good execution. When you get in rhythm, everything's coming out of the woodwork. Here's a misdirection off a speed sweep for a nice 7-yard gain. kind of break down what this is. So you're going to have Hardy coming across like this. The quarterback's going to fake to him like he's giving it, and then he's going to come out on a naked course. So all the linemen are going to run this way. They're all going to take off, try to get everybody to follow the speed sweep, and then the tailback will sneak back in this direction. Khalil Pimpleton will come here, and he's going to run a corner route. And the quarterback is going to look, as he comes over here, he's going to go 1 to 2. And a lot of times, if the tailback just outflanks, he'll throw him the ball. And that's what happens here. The tailback outflanks, just get him the football. Nice 8-yard gain. Justin Hardy here with a quick screen. I love this throw. You got motion, basically 3 people to block. Get him the ball behind the line of scrimmage. Everybody block, create angles. Let him run north-south, 9-yard gain. I love how Dru Brown gets this ball out of his hand. Okay. 1 step, throw it out there. Let Hardy get north-south. Really good execution. We got a reverse next. Kansas City Chiefs were probably the first team I see to do this. Then everybody in NFL copied this one. And the Red Blacks showed up with it too. All right. A lot of times when you're running reverses, you pull people. You'll see Anthony Gosden, the fullback, start to pull and then come back. But why you're trying to pull people is trying to show people that's where the football's going. So everyone thinks it's going here, but actually it's coming back to Hardy. Now you block down on here. You block down to create, seal the defense. And then Gosling will come around and he's going to try to kick out. Some of these linemen are going to get involved in the reverse on this direction. And you're getting speed and space. There you go, right there. So now you got linemen pulling. You got Gosling pulling. Now you just got to kind of follow him. I think Hardy, if he slows up a little bit, he can get behind this block right there and get north-south and be on 6. Be on Houston. Really good. You can see it from this end. So if you watch, when he pulls, watch how many people chase him. 3 people chased him. Now you've got 3 offensive linemen. You've got a down block. You've got a down block. You've got Gosling pull around the edge. So you've got a great, great misdirection play. What'd they say in Days of Thunder? Rubbing is racing. Here's a little rub play. Braylon Addison on 2nd and 7. What they're trying to do is force the linebacker to fight through blocks. You're going to have 2 receivers right here. Work up and sit here. Work up and sit here. You're going to have a receiver go vertical. And then he's going to go out behind it. So watch this linebacker and what has to happen to him the whole time. Right here, he gets forced over the top and has to hesitate. He can't get through it. So that's why Braylon Addison comes open, because it's man coverage and he has to run through the wash. If this was zone coverage, you're going to have a player sitting here trying to open a space here, and this player is going to run here. And as the zone expands to cover Braylon Addison, you may have one of these throws. So great execution. Good call versus man coverage. Go get it. Talked about a lot of misdirection here. Screen off of a slot counter look. Getting everybody going in one direction. Create space for Rock Armstead. Once again, when you pull 2 people in this direction and then you send Hardy over there, you're going to get people running this direction. Watch Awe and Cameron Judge. So now you've cleared these people. Hicks is trying to get to the quarterback. So now everybody's gone to this side of the field. And this is what you try to do in complementary football. You're always trying to make the defense not know where you're going with the football. It's a real simple term, but create space for your playmakers. Like the call. Last one of the day. One of my favorite throws of the game. on a middle play. This is a middle open, middle close beater. And how does this guy get open? How does Jalen Acklin get this wide open for this spot? Good execution. Let's show you. All right. This is a poach player. What I call a poach player. He's got the route of 3 in the middle of the field. This is a high player. And this is a low player. So low players will sink if they have nobody in their flat. Now, Dominic Rhymes is going up here and running into this space. Well, the high player starts to run with him. Hardy goes into this area of field. He cancels out Thompson. So as Acklin comes underneath, the deep players lose sight because they think he's running an under. So this corner should be sinking because he has no threat. And this halfback's got to see that because eventually Acklin goes right up behind it. So really, the corner should sink under this, and the halfback should be able to get to this, but that's not easy. And that's why you run middle plays. Right? You're trying to do this. He goes up and pulls him in that direction. You pull him in that direction, and then you, with a little time and space, show up behind it. This is a really good job by this Red Blacks offense. They're firing all cylinders. Really good execution all game.